What's up, Youth Factor? I'm not done actually. I was gonna say I just got done exercise at the track, but as you can see, I'm still doing it. Hey, real quick. So I've been wanting to, for months, get back into posting videos and vlogging, and I've even shot some vlogs, some pretty good ones. I've got one in Syracuse at Destiny, where I met up with John Ganan, the Youth Live leader. I got a cool one where I'm again with John Ganan, where I went into New York City and we did some like a Youth Alive training conference thing. And then I have a really cool video, it's not really a vlog, of me and Jonathan that we did about a month and a half ago, where we each called up 6 phone numbers to try to pray for them and see if they had any prayer requests. So I've recorded all this content, but I've been super busy. I haven't been able to edit it, and I'm wanting to, like every month goes by, I'm like, Jared, you got to get back into doing your video stuff. You were doing, your vlogs so faithfully there for a while. And I'm like, yeah, but it's just the time it takes and excuses, right? I can't keep having excuses. So then I started podcasting, and I was like, okay, this is easier because there's no editing process. I pull the app out on my phone, I hit record, I say what I want to say. Then I made it even a step easier, but I went out and I bought, it's probably windy, let me cover that. I went out and I bought a 365-day daily devotional. So now I don't even have to come up with topics. All I have to do is read the devotional, do a little bit of study of my own, look up some scriptures, hit record. I would look down at my notes, see what I highlighted, see any notes I wrote in, have my Bibles there with any scriptures I want to pull up real quick and read. Boom, even easier. Okay, awesome. Just do that every day. And I'm still working on getting into that routine of doing it every single day and building that as a routine. But I'm like, still the video thing, right? So I'm out here. I got up this morning. My new thing is like, okay, I'm trying to improve my health, right? Trying to get in shape, trying to build some discipline. And it's something I've wanted to do for a few years, and I've just not done it. And the main reason is this time, right? And for me, like if you go back and you follow my vlogs, if you were following me on Snapchat back in the day, any of this stuff, you know that like I work like crazy, right? My goal is to like work like Gary Vee. And though I've probably only ever a dozen times put in the hours in a day that he does every day, actually an exception to that would be during the pandemic. I was working like Gary Vee during the pandemic. And that's actually even part of my health issues, because I was sitting 12 to 15 hours a day, slamming back 3 or 4 monsters a day just to stay awake, and wasn't sleeping. So I'm like, okay, look, getting in shape, getting my health together is something I've wanted to do for a while. In fact, even back in California, I was getting up every morning, and I was working for a startup remotely called Kaleidoscope, or doing my own stuff, whatever. I'd get up and I lived by a canal, and so I'd walk. So every morning I'd get up and I'd walk down this canal, and I loved it. It was California, so I could do it even during the winter. It was never too cold. I just throw a sweatshirt on if it was the dead of winter, as long as it wasn't raining. So I got out of that though, that habit, right? And I'd listen to audiobooks, and I realized my biggest thing, I've come to realize that my biggest hindrance isn't like the suckiness of working out, though I don't like that. I'm starting to reprogram my brain now, and I'm starting to enjoy it even when it sucks. It's not even the time, and the time is something I would say, like, I work a lot, I don't have the time to go spend an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. These guys like The Rock, I'm like, yeah, I'd love to look like The Rock. My wife would not want me to look like The Rock. I'm like, yeah, I'd love to look like Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Dude works out like 4.5 hours a day. I don't have the time for that. And that's been my excuse. And kind of what I came up with, and this is not at all what I was going to talk about. So I wasn't talking about discipline, so I guess I'll talk about that tomorrow. This kind of just started as I hit record. This just started coming out. So I realized, okay, to me, it's this idea of like, I value time. I won't invest an hour or two a day, or even 3 times a week, because that's time. I could just be getting to the church earlier. I could be working on my book earlier. I could be doing these things earlier, right? And it dawned on me that, you know what? Working out isn't just physical. There's a discipline problem. And discipline is actually what I was going to be talking about today. And I think I'm going to make it maybe a part 1 and a part 2. I'll set the stage today, and tomorrow I'll come back and finish it. But so it's not just the working out, it's the discipline. Like, I don't know why, for some reason that video stopped. So now I have to do some editing. That sucks. The idea of these videos is I just pull it out, hit record, and do them in one take. And I'll have to get rid of my editing excuse. Okay, I got one more lap left before I'm done. So let's wrap this up. It was a discipline issue. And when I connected because I'm big on self-improvement and mindset and mental toughness and all these things. I've done all this stuff. I've done like door-to-door sales, car sales. I've done entrepreneur challenges, all this kind of stuff. Things just to make myself mentally stronger, right? And to build that mental muscle and that grit, right? And it dawned on me. So I've been watching some videos the last couple of weeks, and it dawned on me, okay, so the discipline that I'm wanting to be able to work more effectively, to study the word more effectively, to pray more effectively, to reach out to students and their parents more effectively, that's the same discipline that I struggle with is with exercise. So I'm like, wait. So you're telling me, this is my epiphany, right? I said, okay, I've wanted to work out and get my health together for like probably 7 years. And I've been off and on, more off than on. And I've had that excuse. I'm like, wait. So by working out, by getting up every day and forcing myself to go to the gym at 4 a.m. and then to come home and get my wife up and to go and walk to the track and come out here and jog 2 miles, which is I'm currently doing. That's building that same mental muscle that I've spent years and thousands of dollars in courses and challenges and stuff. And it's the same as like how I'll go for a couple months studying my word and reading my Bible and praying and stuff like crazy, but then I like peak and then I drop off and then I get spotty again and then I have to build. So wait, you're telling me that by doing those exercises, that's gonna work that out and have me get better at all these other things? So then that's when I was like, okay, bet, like this is on. Like I now can justify it, right? It's not just, oh, I'm gonna indulge myself. I'm gonna be that guy who I could be spending time with my family, but instead I'm gonna come out here and spend a couple hours, every day working out. First off, I'm not really taking family time. Getting up before the sun comes up. My kids are not awake. And then I'm out here with my wife. So every morning now, 2 days a week, she goes to work with me, but now every morning, except Sunday, we're getting a walk together, right? So we walk to the track, we're talking, connecting. We split up for our walks because she's a freaking beast when it comes to walking, and she walks faster than I jog. I don't understand it. She doesn't even look like she's kind of dance walking most of the time. I don't understand how she does it. So we split up, we both put our headphones in. She listens to music, I listen to my motivational videos, and then boom, we're done. We connect back up, walk home. So it's actually gaining me extra time with my wife. And now I've been able to chain in a few things. So now instead of just physical exercise, it's giving me physical exercise / health because of the discipline of it. And if I'm gonna get up at 3:30 in the morning, I don't want to waste that effort. So now it's giving me more discipline in my eating, because I'm like, what's the point of getting up and exercising for 2 hours if I'm gonna go drink 3 Monsters and undo everything I just did? I don't want to have all these muscles and a big fat gut. Who do you think I want to be? I want to be, what's his name from Black Widow? The Russian Captain America, right? Like I can break the dude's arm in arm wrestling, but fat and overweight at the same time. I don't need to be a strong fat guy, right? So I'm like, okay, so that's gonna get me more disciplined. That's another benefit. Time with my wife, that's a third one. Getting in the office now instead of like, okay, gotta start my day. No, I've already done it. I've already, the day before, I'm having the discipline to write out my tasks for the day. That morning, already having things done, getting personal development things done, having, my devotions done, having, you know, listen to my audio Bible, different things that I'm working on getting, because I'm still there. I'm still in the beginning of this. This is going into week 2. And I'm like, I want to share this with you guys. So all this to say, this idea of discipline, and we're going to talk more specifically tomorrow, but think about that, right? I'm going to talk more about how discipline can help your life and all that. But I just wanted to share this morning, this one little kind of epiphany or mental unlock I had, where it's like, you know, your body, you know, you're a system. So when you get discipline in one area, it opens up in others. So here's my thing. Like, if you struggle every day, like, Pastor, I just want to get up and read my Bible every morning. Like, I would be so happy if that's all I want to do. I've been trying for years or weeks or months or whatever, and I can't do it. I'm struggling. A lot of you are my students right now in this Bible challenge. I'm going to tell you what, I've been there. I know how easy it is to get up, start the day, and you're like, oh, I didn't do my Bible reading today. You get up and you go run for 2 miles. Reading your Bible is a lot easier. You get up and you go do your stretching for 45 minutes or whatever it is you do. If you get up early, you set your clock, get up early, you do some extra, got a tractor going by, you go and get some physical activity for, you know, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour. All of a sudden it's a lot easier to sit down and study your Bible for 20 minutes or 30 minutes. That's just a little piece of advice there. And how the discipline that it takes to get up to do that will connect these other things. All right, guys, time for me to, like I said, go connect with my wife again, walk home, talk about how awesome our day is going to be because we got up already and did the hard stuff. Well, I have one more hard thing to do. I have to go home and take a cold shower. But you gotta go home and make me breakfast. So that's your one more hard thing to do. And you have no coffee. So that's your 2 hard things to do. All right, part 2 tomorrow, guys.